Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. Children, in the last class we tried to understand about the emergence of the new kings and kingdoms and the republics and the first empires which got originated in India. Hope you have completed its fair notes, and now let us move on to the politics about the government, about the panchayats. Let us see how the settled people are being ruled in the modern times. We will understand hereafter. So we shall learn about a new unit called as a democratic government today. So you might have seen in the newspapers the headings like over 15,000 villages declared scarcity hit by government, or government for revamping the social and power sector. You have seen different kinds of functions of a government, what the government does. So let us see what does a government really do in order to rule the people, or in the process of making the people to live a better standard of living. So in our times, every country needs a government to make decisions on get things done in our day-to-day activities. These decisions can be about where to build a road and schools, and how to reduce the prices of onions when they get too expensive, or ways to increase the supply of electricity. The government also takes action on many social issues. For example, it has several programs to help the poor people, like providing the housing facility, providing the pension facility, and it does many other important things such as running the postal department, running the railways, running the buses. The government also has the job of protecting the boundaries of the country. Our army will be present on the boundary which protects. Now, right now, there is a dispute with China, and our army is protecting the boundaries of our country. So, and maintaining good relations with other countries is also a part of the duty of the government, and it is responsible for ensuring all its citizens have enough to eat. Okay, are they all being provided enough food to eat even in this pandemic situation like COVID? And government started giving it free of cost the ration, isn't it? Ration जो है वो free में दे रही, चावल और गेहूँ and dal, isn't it? So this is all to ensure that poor people should have enough to eat, and even providing the good health facilities is also the responsibility of the government. And in this situation, you have seen what the government has done for the past 4-5 months. Why we are in houses and going through with the online teaching program? Why we are not coming to school? It is government has passed a rule that in order to control this pandemic situation, the spread of the COVID, to shut down the schools. So government also regulates the functioning of a school even. Whenever there is a natural disaster like cyclone, generally cyclones hit, heavy rainfall. Cyclone is nothing but heavy rainfall hits, or otherwise earthquakes occur and volcano eruptions occur. It is the government mainly which organizes the rescue program. That means protecting the people. If there is a dispute, or if someone has committed a crime, people go to a court, and courts are the part of the government also. Courts are also part of the government, because courts deliver their judgments by the laws made by the government. So courts are also part of the government. Perhaps you are wondering how government manages to do all these works, right from building of roads to the managing the courts and making the new laws. How all these things will be managed by the government. So why is it necessary for them to do so all these things? When human beings live and work together, they need an organization to take decisions for their common good. Okay, not for an individual interest, but for the common good, which is good for a majority of the people. We need to take decisions on them. So, for example, there is a need to control the resources and protect the territory of a country, then so that people can feel secure for the future generations even. Governments do this on the behalf of the people, exercising leadership, taking the decisions and implementing them among the people living in their territory. Territory in the sense in their country. So what are the types of the government? How the government gets elected, and what are the types of the government? So you have already seen in chapter 9 regarding how the decisions are made in a tribal society. So they govern themselves. How the male members of Gond Panch, you have seen how the male members of the different families of a tribal gather together and they take the decisions, and the headman implements them. Who implements them? Does the entire Panch? No, the Patla. Okay, who is the head of that Panch, Gond Panch is the Patla, and Patla implements all those decisions taken there. This system works well in situations where there is a number of people is very less. Okay, some 40, 50 or 60 member families live together in such areas. This works good. But do you think it will work if the society has thousands and lakhs of people? If the lakhs of families are present, does this system of gathering together and electing a headman, can it be possible? No. So what kind of problems do we face if the same kind of Gond Panch has to be organized? Similarly, this kind of arrangement, if all members of the society had the same cultural background, that means cultural background in the sense, if they are from the same religion, same caste and same culture, language, then if they all, like tribal people have these all common cultural things they have. For that reason they all come together, and as the rules of the behavior would be agreeable to all. But however, if a society has a people of different languages, different religions and different castes, how will it work? Can it work if they make the decisions? Ek liya to aur ek the other will oppose it, isn't it? So this kind of situation may arise when there is a different kinds of people present in the society. So their interests, their ambitions and the lifestyles of the people were similar, that will work. There were no classes like rich and poor, but in societies with varying interests, we have different interests and various classes are there, like farmers are there, businessmen are there, and money lenders are there, traders are there, industrialists are there, industrial workers are there, and people without land are there, people with more land, that means rich and poor differences are there. So there would be so many differences that would not be able to arrive at a common solution to a problem. If that is the case, then how the government should be formed and how they should be ruled. So let us see about the historic times. In the historic times, how the kings, queens and emperors made the laws and implemented them with the help of the armies and with the help of the officials under them. They also decided where to build the roads, how much tax should be collected, and if people did not agree with them and did not follow their orders, they were punished. They punished them. With the help of the army, they also used to punish them. No one could question their authority and disobey the orders. There was no such courage to disobey the orders of the king in those days, so that the king used to collect the taxes very easily, and if anybody refused to pay, and he was arrested and he was put in the jail. So many kings were not satisfied with ruling their own kingdom and constantly even waged wars on the neighboring kingdoms in order to expand their kingdom. And this form of government, what we have seen earlier in the ancient days, is called as a monarchy. The form of kings ruling with the help of the army and officials is called as monarchy. Mono means single ruler. Archy means the form of a government. A single ruler form of government is called as monarchy. The monarch is nothing but the king or queen is called as a monarch, and he has the power to make decisions. This single person has the power to make decisions and run the government. The monarch also act as a judges even in their courtyard. If there is any dispute, they also passes the judgment. What is good, what is wrong, they pass the judgment also. The monarch may have a small group of officials or people to discuss the matters relating to the decision making, final decision making powers. That remains with the monarch even. Okay, even if they only can advise, but they cannot influence the decision of a monarch. So monarchs work. Monarchs need not explain their actions or defend their actions. They take. They are the sole power, and they need not answer to anybody. And coming to the modern day governments, about the democratic governments, we shall see in the next class, children. Thank you.